Still alive, are ya? Are ya?
So what do I owe the honour? Not saying fortune, do you? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
The moon. Does that matter?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Think you can help?
Otto.
The realm, as long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and is with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turn foul.
Do you have any...
Well, that depends on your
All right, fine. What do you suggest?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their owns. Could be that they don't.
I suppose...
How is it that every one of your little not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one...
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break the...
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of books. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution.
You believe there's one?
I don't know. But I...
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle?
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people.
Which is only ever going...
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to...
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess. You're here about the...
Is there anything?
It doesn't take a courteous... That, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better... And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament? But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the...
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that...
There is nothing divine.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said. Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, you will forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today. Clive.
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Clive,
Only one.
it would. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashyyyk out her gates and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of North.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lube...
When it rains.
Then fucking pause. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means...
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha.
And you, Clan.
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashyyyk.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after, there were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters...
What do you think?
That we join them.
I thought you'd know. Where I need you is the Fallen... Let the men know you come to...
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you? Them not.
Not here.
Not a chance.
Let's go.
Faster!
Clive.
We did.
You lose!
These men don't have...
If you've come to rob...
You are mistaken. We're here by Madam...
How do you know my...
Forgive me, my lord.
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find...
Did he? Take your wound. Martha will see.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for Holt.
When did Wade and his men...
Not long after Rosalith fell. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got... And they got...
Damn it all.
We'll worry about...
You look after everyone here.
I will.
How do? Sold the lot already. Very well.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get the... But what about... I didn't, sir.
So...
Lord Rossfield.
Martha seemed to think you might need some... And by the look...
We thought we... But we didn't...
Behind you!
Damn it!
Do you think we can hold...
We can sir... Are you with us, so...
Always.
Then let's...
Is it?
I don't think...
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flame.
You've never been one to shut...
I see you're all...
Martha!
Is something...
The lookout saw smoke coming from down...
A second.
Feel like fit.
Always.
Jill and I will... You'll need to move the...
Don't you worry.
The moment my men are...
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
My brothers.
Shh, don't try and talk. This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Thanks, boy. Come on! Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Thank you. Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we-
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time to...
How many of your men?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the sky... It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner... The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to...
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when...
My lord. Oscar? I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, Well, go on, then. It's not yet. If it please you, my lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the fight.
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting it.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no... And I would sooner serve... not that Sir Wade and the other Guardian... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn.
But a squat.
Would that really... You were a squire once?
I would not have it. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You... or my uncle.
Fucking thieving bastards.
Cid. Should I be worried?
Jill.
Hola.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although...
Any idea?
The desert's about the fact...
What did you...
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've... And at this, I've tried reason.
Perhaps we could talk to...
What makes you think?
What makes you...
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. We hire mercenaries and have...
And what happened? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies, and you cannot.
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough anymore to come back when you're...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the... It may still be possible. Before presenting them, and that would to pool our resources and save the city us.
When all that...
It appears... Victor, pay Conrad...
As you wish.
Oh,
play along.
What he mean?
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, Conrad. May I introduce...
A pleasure, mate.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from
Victor says you told that there aren't any men left.
True as the crystals, nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend us, that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the...
Absolute. We'll show those...
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the bright, and there's a reason why.
My shop. Why would anyone...
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, Natalie.
Lord
Under...
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty...
Indeed, the nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley, and... why, it is only a matter of...
It is worse than I thought. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens, which means that if our...
All right. But you needn't have gone through...
Thank you.
She saw...
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie with time. Time no longer. I take it technically, it would be all.
You're not sick.
They don't just want. I have a thing. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. Very well. The rest, mistake that. Then I will.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should have.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not helped.
Without you, there would have been... You saved us, Conrad.
We all...
Conrad.
I'd say they...
I take it from your presence. The plan. Granted, it only took an... Calm now, Victor. Why? We are you not... As for you, Sid...
I'll take... First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
And we're next.
I can't do it. I can't. But you can. You must.
My lord.
We received the dead. There have been sightings.
With the blue eyes. They've taken so many.
Okay.
And what have you missed?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for...
We could leave.
Madame!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things.
We've tried, request. What more?
I would have you do your duty and protect, in case you have forgotten, but more than that, your sisters, so you have a choice.
She speaks to this here.
What we have left is our lives.
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a... I'll have a word with...
Ah, Clive.
It was a no, but I thought you might...
Oh, like, the way this...
That thing?
Did you see the
Creature, they came out of nowhere.
Do you remember?
On the road from Orif.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Mimi, Paul.
Give me your arm.
You're a pikeman, yeah?
I've got family and more. And a pack of them glowing... things.
Leave that to...
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head...
All right. No need to ride from here.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
No. Save your strength.
There are always more.
You have the towns?
Don't think it, there will.
Oh, wish, isn't that...
Yes.
Philippe here has...
It's not the... No, and the people. Now, if you...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to... But it has solved one.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thank. How is it you always manage?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the...
Let's see. Stop the nations are still in chaos. And the sky.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, what?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.